Aaron Hernandez, the former New England Patriot charged with murder, was denied bail Thursday during an appearance in Massachusetts Superior Court. Judge Renee Dupuis said she was not comfortable with releasing Hernandez to house arrest or with a wrist bracelet after listening to evidence presented from the assistant district attorney accusing Hernandez of sending a text message to two unidentified friends a day before the murder and asking them to hurry to Massachusetts from Connecticut. Jamie Sultan, one of Hernandez's lawyers, argued that his client is not a flight risk because he has deep ties to the community. His celebrity status, even if he wanted to flee, would make any attempt to do so virtually impossible, Sultan said. He noted that Hernandez has no criminal history and lives with his fiancée and their 8-month-old daughter. The judge noted that it is rare to see a person charged with first-degree murder released on bail. Sultan called his client an unusual defendant. He shouldn't get special treatment because he's a celebrity, Sultan said. The facts that support bail and his particular case happens to be unusual. Dupuis disagreed and said often murder defendants have ties to the community. I think the Commonwealth has presented a case that's circumstantial, to be sure, but very, very strong, Dupuis said. Bristol County Assistant District Attorney Bill McCauley reiterated his argument from Wednesday's arraignment. He said Hernandez was upset the alleged victim, Odin Lloyd, talked to people at a club with whom Hernandez had trouble. He also said Hernandez had the will and means to run. The evidence of his guilt is overwhelming, McCauley said. Hernandez interfered with the movement of the investigation, told a girlfriend not to talk to police and surveillance footage had been destroyed, he said. McCauley said a search warrant was executed Wednesday at a condominium leased by the defendant. Authorities found .22 caliber ammunition and a semi-automatic Hungarian rifle, he said. A .22 caliber gun was found between Hernandez's home and the murder scene, McCauley said. The murder weapon was a .45 caliber firearm. Hernandez also faces several gun charges. McCauley said Lloyd was shot through the forearm, then turned and was shot twice in the back and when he was on the ground absorbed 2 gunshots to the chest. McCauley said a shell casing was found inside the car Hernandez drove from Boston to the industrial park where the victim's body was discovered. A source told myfoxboston.com that investigators are looking into Hernandez in connection with a double homicide that happened on July 16, 2012 in downtown Boston. An email and phone call to Boston police from foxnews.com were not immediately returned. Hernandez was cut from the NFL team less than 2 hours after he was arrested and led from his North Attleboro home in handcuffs, and 9 days after Lloyd's body was discovered. The 2011 Pro Bowl selection had signed a 5-year contract last summer with the Patriots worth $40 million. Another man, Carlos Ortiz, 27, was arrested Wednesday in Hernandez's hometown of Bristol, Connecticut, as part of the murder investigation, New Britain State's Attorney Brian Prelisky said Thursday. Ortiz was charged as a fugitive from justice and waived extradition to Massachusetts. Prison records show he is being held on $1.5 million bail at a Hartford jail. Ortiz's public defender, Alfonso Sirica, declined to comment about the case.